Yeah, what's up? What's up? Oh wait, is this the? Oh yeah. All right, here. What's up? How we feeling? We're back. Connor University. I gotta make a Connor University logo. Actually, before as we're getting everybody in here, I'm gonna post my Steal This Idea video that I made the other day on stream. I'm gonna post this to all platforms. Hold up. So, let me just let everybody start joining. This will be Steal This Idea. Oh wait, I keep hitting day. Okay, idea number 147. This shit right here. Here's an idea. Do something with it. Okay. This one was... Actually, I might as well just play it. Oh wait, I don't have my... I'm not sharing my screen, but you'll be able to hear the audio. Wait, 147, this is what it sounds like. Here's an idea, do something with it. Actually, I might... Oh, Gio, what's up? You know what? I might actually change the sound of that. Let me, while people are joining still, and what's up to all the different, I'm multi-streaming, what's up to all the different chats. So what I'm doing right now is I'm already going to, so on my Patreon, which I just launched, which you can join for free, but there are also bonus tiers, obviously. I'm going to start doing pretty much like mini classes, like informal classes that are just like videos for free of me explaining all of the things that people always ask me about, which the one that people always ask me about is getting music on TV and ads. Actually, I should just start. I'm gonna just start filming. So, for my new Patreon, which you can join for free, by the way, I'm gonna have all of these videos and classes that are breaking down the things that people ask me all the time. And one of the things that people ask me all the time is, "Oh, Connor, you make music that goes on TV and ads and film and stuff all the time? How do you do that?" Well, I'm just going to explain this in one long video that will exist on my Patreon for free. And then just to also real quick shout out the other tiers. So for members who actually join the Patreon, obviously no obligation, you don't have to join. I'm going to be giving out a bunch of free stuff, but and also for free I have my Steal This Idea folder, which is hundreds of samples. And I have my vocal chain as well for free on there. But subscribers will have access to additional sample packs that I usually sell separately, but you're just getting them as a subscriber. You get them for free. Well, you get them for the cost of just the subscription. And then more sample packs. I have a tier where I'm literally giving out beat packs, like beat leases, basically, just for a subscription fee, instead of having to buy individual beats at the fee that respectfully none of you can afford of my rate. I'm just doing a subscription, and voting on my endless song, bonus content. What I'm forgetting all the perks. We got perks on perks on perks. Anyway, so actually, real quick, I want to mess with. I'm gonna open up. My bad. I'm gonna switch the sound of this. Steal This Idea thing. Wait, and I'm gonna turn off this camera. Actually, I'll do the Steal This Idea thing later. Let me just do this sync licensing thing. So, and while I'm doing this, I'm gonna be looking at the camera. So I'm filming on a separate camera for my Patreon. So my streaming camera is a separate camera. I'm gonna be looking at my Patreon camera, just so we're clear what's going on here. But you guys can watch this for free. Okay, so to preface this, I want to say, hello, once again, my name is Connor Massara. If you're here, you probably know that already. You guys probably know me from the social media stuff I do, doing a song a day for a year. Here's an idea, do something with it, stuff like that. I actually, in the background, this whole time, even before I was going hard on social media, I have been making music that has been used on TV and ads and film and all of this stuff hundreds and hundreds, it's probably thousands of times at this point. I don't, like, I talk about it occasionally, but it's not, it's not, I just do that in the background. It's not something that is, like, frankly, that, like, you know, it's a side hustle. That's how you survive in music, being full-time. But that being said, I have had music on TV basically every single day for the past 10 years. I'm not even kidding. And people often ask me how I do that. What I'm gonna do is keep it 1,000,000% real with you on the process of this, and also, like, allow you to gauge what your interest level in going down this path is. Because it's not to say that you can't do it, but it might not be something that you find to be worth the amount of energy it takes. So I will walk you through all of those things. The first thing I will say is, music that gets used on TV, ads, and film and stuff, like, is often music that has already been released and is just like someone's song that gets used, but also a huge portion of the music that is made for TV, ads, and film and stuff is made specifically for that project, or at least specifically with the plan of it being used for TV, ads, and film, which is a different process than just vibing and making a song. You know what I mean? Like, when you're just going and making a song for fun, it could still be used for TV and ads and film and stuff, but sometimes, because it was made, like, just for fun and doesn't necessarily have the intention behind, like, doing that means sometimes those decisions won't, or that sometimes that song won't necessarily be a perfect fit for that. And I'm just bringing that up because it is a different thing. Like the actual process of making music with the intention of it being used for TV, film, whatever, is different than just making a good song. So let me, before I even get into the business stuff, let me go through some of the basic things that are like the creative process of preparing a song, making a song with that intention. So the first thing is, most of the time, at least in my experience, most of the time, you are going to want to, there are very basic song arrangement choices that actually let me back up. Your music being used in TV ads and film and stuff like that is usually, that the decision to use your music is almost universally always going to be made, that decision is made by someone who is not involved in music whatsoever. It is usually a business person, an ad person, or I mean, sometimes it's a music supervisor, like maybe it's a music supervisor. Those people are in music, but sometimes it's just like a TV exec who has no fucking idea what they're talking about or what they want or anything about music, and they have conflicting notes, and they don't know the difference between rock music and EDM, even. Like, they don't know what they want. So you have to go into it knowing that this is not music people who you're dealing with here. And also, the actual video editors are very important here because they also make a lot of the music choices, especially with TV and stuff. They want music that is easy to edit around to, or they want music that is easy to edit the emotional beats, the emotional arc of whatever it is, their show, their ad, their whatever it is. So, with that in mind, your creative decisions can be informed by this. I mean, maybe I'll do a separate thing just like showing me literally making a song for this type of thing, just so you can, maybe my song arrangement stuff will, I won't get too into the weeds on like the like super specific song arrangement stuff, because I can just give you an exact, like, bro, if you follow the exact same song structure format, intro, chorus, verse, chorus, like that format with the exact same number of bars for each section for every single song you make for sync licensing, it will work. Or I mean, like, it will fit. If the vibe of the song is right and it follows, you can just reuse that same format. I can explain that format later, or maybe I can put it in the notes or something. But just in general, to put this on your radar, you are going to want to have a song, or like your song, if you are intentionally making it for this purpose. I'm not saying change the way that you make your normal music, but if you are intentionally making music for this purpose, you want your intro very short. You want your chorus to come in very soon after the beginning of the song. You want it to go big, straight to the fucking top of the energy of the song really quickly, because the editors and also just like the agency people or whoever the fuck is listening to this, whether they're a music person or not, they want to hear where the song is going really fast. They want to be able to edit around it really fast. They also want very clear dynamic changes. And what I mean by dynamic changes is simply the amount of instruments, how loud are the sections, how many in the chorus, maybe you have 10 instruments playing, and then in the verse section, maybe there's only 3 or 4 instruments playing. That it's that simple. You want it to have a dynamic flow to it, and you want something to change every 4 bars. This is a lot of information. You should probably literally be taking notes right now. As you... Oh, okay. And then another thing. This is a very small detail here. But one thing to keep in mind also in regards to making the music easily editable for video editors is think about how a video editor is looking at your song in their video editor software. They are seeing they're seeing the waveform, the waveform across the whole song, and so they've got all their video clips, and then here's your waveform at the bottom. They're seeing all of those loud parts, quiet parts. What are the parts where it's like an empty space and then into a loud part? You want to give them this sounds insane, but your musical decisions with how loud different sections are and how many instruments and how you lead into other sections, and then you have a beat drop right here, and then the big beat comes in right here. Those decisions actually visually make it easier for the video editor to cut up the song, because they're coming in. Also, they are usually not musical themselves. They are looking for those visual points of where the sound is the loudest, where is it the quietest. Oh, there's a beat drop right here, and then the big beat comes in. Okay, that's where I'm gonna cut it. Those are the decisions that the video editors are making. So I'm just putting all of this on your radar because it is not coming from a normal musical standpoint. It's not. It's a very like cold, calculated, like they are purely looking to serve the purpose of the emotion and context of whatever visual medium they are working on. They do not give a fuck about the individual song or who made it or anything. What they care about is serving the vibe of the visual medium that they are making. TV, ad, film, video game, whatever they're making. So also keep that in mind, that it is not a personal thing at all. And okay, so I think that's all I will talk about in terms of the creative process. I could talk about that more later. Let me talk about the different approaches here, rather the different lanes that exist within sync licensing. Now, there's people. Oh shit! Here goes. My wife is here with Kane's chicken. I guess I will be eating Kane's chicken while doing this. Thank you so much. Let's go. W wife. Oh shit. Hell yeah, Raising Canes. I am a certified caniac. Oh shit, skirt. Oh, thank you. Okay, a slight break as I was actually this is perfect because that was like a section of, so that first part was just the creative part of me explaining the so I'm doing basically a intro 101 class explaining how to get your music in TV and stuff, which will be this whole video will be edited and free on my Patreon. Go join the Patreon, even if you don't do the paid tier. Thank you so much. And Hell yeah, thank you. The cane sauce is crucial. This is gonna be an informational mukbang, I guess. I apologize if anyone does not enjoy ASMR situation. Okay. Actually, this is kind of a good crossover. Okay, so whether or not you make the music specifically for TV, ads, film, whatever, you don't necessarily have to make the music with that intention. But sometimes it is good to have that in mind. I that last section of me explaining that, I just wanted to put that on your radar. Now let's talk about, okay, you're a person with a bunch of music. You have however many songs on your hard drive. You've put out all these songs. You're promoting it on social media. How do I get this on TV? Well, take Spite of Canes right as the important information needs to be said. My bad. Your first step before you think about any of the business stuff, your first step before you think about any of the business stuff of who you're going to reach out to, how you're going to do this, how much money you're going to make, all this stuff, your first step is take every single song that you have made, or that every single song that you would be comfortable sharing, and put them in a giant folder. Super mega extra bonus if you can have instrumental versions, clean versions, and stems. Stems are, I mean, you don't need, I wouldn't say you necessarily need stems for all of them, but if you can, that's really good. But especially instrumental and for sure clean versions of every single song. Your move then is, so you've got your giant folder, instrumental and clean versions. Every single song that has lyrics, create a lyric sheet. A document that says, this is the song title, this is the artist, here are the lyrics, who wrote the song. Write down if there's co-writers, if it's just you, whatever it is, whatever the situation is, who wrote the song in the lyric sheet. Who wrote the song, here's the title, here's the artist, here's all the lyrics for every song. What you also want to do is, actually, another note on that, a few caveats here. Never, ever, ever, ever in your life submit a song to be used for TV, film, ads, whatever, that has an uncleared sample in it. Do not ever, ever, ever think about doing that. You will be fucked. Do not do that. I repeat, do not do that ever. And you even sometimes need to be careful about splice samples. Splice samples you can get away with, but it's something to be aware of. The other thing you need to be aware of with your music, you want, so and to go back on the sample thing, these companies, this is TV networks, this is whoever, these huge companies who are licensing the music. These are also the companies who have to pay blanket licenses and royalties and stuff like that for the music that is used, right? So the rights ownership of the song needs to be set in stone, the clearest shit in the world. If there is any question, they do not want it. They don't want even 1% of a possibility that that there's a legal issue with a song on TV ads, film, whatever. They are not even going to bother. They will throw your song out faster than you even sent it. So, if and when you have collaborators, one, make for goddamn sure every single person is on the exact same page in terms of what are your splits. Probably you should do an official split sheet. So everybody knows what's going on with splits. Register your song with your BMI ASCAP and stuff, and your sound exchange and stuff. That's a whole other conversation. We're not even gonna get into that. But register your songs. If you're not with a PRO, which is BMI ASCAP, all that, and then there's the international ones for the people who are in different countries. You want to make sure your songs are registered, because that's how you get your royalties. Your royalties are not, I would have to make a whole other video explaining this, but your like DistroKid, your distribution, your whatever royalties, that's not the only royalties that exist. The music industry is very annoying and complicated. But going back to the rights ownership, you need the clearest possible ownership. The best situation that they are looking for is this was made by one person in a room and no other people involved and no samples. That is how I play the game. I'm going in there being like, I made this. I wrote, produced, recorded, mixed, mastered this myself in this room. Give me all the money. There is no legal question. Obviously, not everybody is going to be doing that all the time. And also, I have plenty of songs where I have collaborators. But that is something to be very aware of. Now, sorry, let me finish this tender. Thank you for bearing with me as I eat canes while giving you the absolute game here. So, so to reiterate, all of your songs are in a giant folder. You have instrumental, clean versions, and your lyric sheets, which say all the lyrics, title of the song, artist, who wrote it, everything. You are never using samples. You are making sure your splits with collaborators, if you have them, are extremely clear. Then, once you have all of that, what you want to do is, if you have music that is covers like multiple different genres, you want to divide the songs up via the genres. It doesn't have to be super specific, but generally, like, you don't want a hip-hop song in the same folder as an EDM song, probably. Make genre folders, and here's another key. This is not, you don't always have to be the one who does this. I don't always do this, but it can help, and it's good practice to use descriptive tags on the song files. What do I mean by descriptive tags? These are, you should, maybe I can just like post a list of example descriptive tags. These are the tags that the music supervisors and video editors and like ad people, TV network people use to find songs. Meaning, these are the terms that the people who are not music people and don't know anything about music at all are using to find the music that they want. Which means they're sometimes like weird, stupid terms that a music person wouldn't think is the right one, but is the one that these non-musical ad people or TV people, whatever, would use to find that same thing. So it's not, once again, this is not coming from a music person's mind. This is coming from business people's mind. I will, in the Patreon video that I post for this, I will include an example of these tags. And it's basically mood tags, but it's not mood in the way that like Spotify would do it. It's more like the it's more like the moods that you would describe. So in a TV show, they're using terms like drama / conflict, like music that works for like drama / conflict, and like fucking it would be like upbeat romantic shit like that, like really specific stuff that is not like a mood on Spotify. It is a video editing, TV, like storytelling tool, basically. And I'll include a whole list of these examples. You do not always have to tag up your own music with that, but it is a really good thing to have an idea of where your song might fit within those, because that's where they are thinking, where does this song fit? There are some companies that I have worked with that make me, when I am giving them all the files, submit a thing that is, so it's like all the information about the song, blah, 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 but also, okay, which one of these moods is this song fitting into? Which one of our like editing zone vibes is this song gonna work for? And I have to put whatever the fuck, and that company has their own terms that they're like, use these exact terms. Okay. Now, let me take another bite actually while I think. What's good, everyone? This is Connor University 101. Once again, this full video will be edited and free on my Patreon. And I will be doing a bunch more of these on different topics. Hell yeah. Okay. Now, we've gone through, once you have all your music and you got it organized and tagged up and all this stuff. So let's say now you have this giant folder of music. What are you going to do with that music? Here are your plays. There are multiple paths here, depending on how much time and energy you want to put in, and depending on like what you are willing to do business wise also. I would say the easiest entry point, once you have this folder and it's all organized and everything, is to find what you're looking for is non-exclusive sync licensing libraries, music libraries. Non-exclusive, specifically. Non-exclusive libraries that are accepting unsolicited submissions. This is now cold email zone. You're going to be sending cold emails. Some will not respond, some will say no. But what you do when you're reaching out to them is you tell them, I have X amount of songs in a folder, all tagged up, these genres, this vibe. If you do have any like name droppy credits of stuff that you, other things you've done, artists you've worked with, or if you have done other sync licensing things in the past, tell them that. But the main thing is, hey, I have an already organized and tagged up folder of all of these songs. Do you want to put this in your library non-exclusively? Then you are in the position where, so let's say now they want to put it in their library. It's on a non-exclusive basis that is commission based. You are not, almost universally, you are not getting any money up front for that. What the situation is you are entering into a non-exclusive agreement with them that allows them to put your music into their library and be potentially used with the companies that they have relationships with. Whether it is a situation where they have a library that the companies are just searching through the library, in which your tags then help, or that company will tag up the songs or whatever, your tags of the mood and genre and all that. If like the TV whatever music supervisor is the one directly searching, or if the person from the agency, the sync licensing agency that you did the deal with, is the one going, hey, here's my relationship with this TV network person. They need music for this new season of this TV show. What songs do I have that fits? They go to the library, your song fits, then it gets licensed. Then, depending on your situation with them, it's always going to be some sort of, well, I guess it can change, but generally there is an upfront fee for the license that is split between you and the company that you engaged into this non-exclusive agreement with. They are receiving a commission for being the middleman here, and also doing the administrative bullshit work, which there is a lot here. There are different percentage situations of the commission that these companies will take. It is not uncommon for it to just be straight up 50-50. That's not uncommon. But anything like other than 50-50, like if you're getting, I would say your lowest that you would ever accept, even if you're just beginning, should be 50-50. Like 50-50 is like, you know, it's not the most ideal, but that's common and it's chill and it's whatever. Like they're doing all the legwork, low-key. Okay, thank you, W wife. Yes. Yes, also, obviously, if you are engaging in a legal agreement, make sure you have some sort of lawyer person, even if it's a family friend, whatever, somebody to look it over. Make sure what you are signing is something that is not fucked up. But the key here is non-exclusive. I I I I repeat this because it is very rare that I will ever accept an exclusive agreement with a sync company. I will accept an exclusive agreement for one specific song or one specific album. I will absolutely not accept an exclusive agreement for like everything I ever do. They can go fuck themselves. Also, no company should ever be expecting you to pay for their services. Never pay these companies. Never ever give these companies money up front. Their money needs to come as a commission. Never pay them. I had a situation recently where I did a excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. I am oh wait. I'm taking a 30-second chicken break. ASMR break. Okay. Let me skip to okay. Yes. So non-exclusive agreements. Here's the other here's the other thank you for the cookie comment. I do need to do that. Thank you. I'm gonna let me try let me get through this this video, and then I'll answer other separate questions. Okay. The reason you want a non-exclusive this is just in general, but especially when you're first starting this process. The reason you want to engage in non-exclusive agreements is you can do multiple non-exclusive agreements with different libraries and agencies. It's non-exclusive. They do not have exclusive right to your music. They have the right to have your music and get a commission if it happens. But they are not allowed to be the only ones. And also, they don't own any of your music. And also, once again, never pay them. Do not give them money. Their money comes from commission. Now, that is a good question in the chat. In my experience, it's extremely common for so let me also just explain the general like business flow of how these things, these licenses happen. Usually, especially with advertisements and also sometimes TV stuff, but like really, really hefty with advertisements, it is one giant company who's making the ad. They have an agency who, so whatever it is, let's say Nike. Nike's making an ad, but they have an ad agency making the ad for Nike. That ad agency has a relationship with this giant music library company or like whatever, another big company. Then that big company is like sending out a call for songs to all of the music supervisors and agencies in their network. And then there's hundreds of other companies. And then all of those hundreds of companies are sending out their own briefs in their network. And then those ones are sending out briefs in their network to all of their composers. And then down at the very bottom of the line is you. So I'm not saying it's always that many through that many hands, but that is a very common thing. When the placement happens, so let's say huge, a Nike ad, that's splitting down all the way. This big company gets their money, then it's split down, then it's split down, then it's split down, and then you get your cut. You're usually getting paid directly by the agency that you have the agreement with. Sometimes it is directly to you from like the other, like the client above, but it's usually the agency that you are engaged with is taking the, let's say it's $1,000 and their commission is whatever, 25% or 50%, whatever. They're taking, so they get paid from the big agency. They take their money. I mean, they take all the money. They take their cut off the top. They pay you the rest. It's usually not direct. And when I had in college, I started a sync licensing company. Well, it was really, I started a record label with my homie at Berklee College of Music. We pretty much just started, I mean, we just did this because we were college kids and it was fun. But we started just like signing all our friends, and we put together so we started signing all our friends to this tiny little publishing company. We had no fucking money. We were doing it out of a dorm room. And we started it was a label and publishing company. And then because of the amount of music that we were able to put together, like because we had hundreds of songs from the artists, which was just our homies, and it was primarily hip-hop music, we had an opportunity to do a deal with a larger music library that didn't have that much hip-hop, because we were like, hey, we have hundreds of hip-hop songs that you could use for ads and TV and stuff. That was how I started all this shit. And to go back to like the company taking commission stuff, that was how it worked, is we were the ones putting together and maintaining the music library and giving it to the agency that was above us. And then that agency was the one dealing with the one who was doing the ads and the TV and the whatever. So they would get paid, then we would get paid, then we would pay our artists. So that's like, That's how it goes. Um, in the chat, they're asking about, you just got into school for music business. Am I about to get mad connects? A very small tangent before I get back on this sync licensing thing. Whether you're in school for music business or not, if you are making stuff with your friends and doing music business adjacent stuff with your friends because you want to do that and it's fun, whether or not you're in music business school doesn't really matter. But yes, absolutely, music business school, I'm sure there will be other people, like-minded people that you can work with and do exciting stuff with. It is not important to look at like, oh, this person has worked with this big person or whatever. Make friends. And I mean, this is the whole, I could do a whole other video about like networking in the music industry, but I'm gonna get back to the sync licensing, but real quick, my journey of getting into sync licensing was by accident, through starting a tiny little record label with no money in a dorm room with my homie Luke Spry, who through our work with this tiny little company, we are, and let me just actually give a little bit of the background. We were in college, we had this library, we did the deal with the larger company because we had a type of music that they didn't have. They didn't have that much hip hop. We then proceeded to do, I think it was like 9 or 10 Dunkin' Donuts radio campaigns. We did a Toyota commercial. We did like GMC commercial in college with no other connections. It wasn't, and no money. And then we were like, oh shit, this is a play. Then, long story short, through our work doing that, when we eventually moved, so both Luke, my former business partner, and I moved to LA and started separately doing pop sessions, blah, blah, blah. That's when my LA career started. But through the work that we did with our little company in college, Luke was able to get a job at Universal Music Group in their sync library. And Luke Spry, my homie, former business partner that I still work with, is now one of the directors of that music library at Universal Music Group. Through the shit that we started however many years ago, over a decade ago, in a dorm room, when neither of us had any money or connections. He is now one of the directors of the library at Universal Music Group. So, and I work with them to this day. And also a very funny, wild lore story aside, real quick, is I separately, while he was applying for that job, I got an opportunity to work on an album that was for Universal's sync library, but not through him. He wasn't even hired yet. I worked on that album, and then he got the job, and his first assignment, my homie, my first business partner, my former business partner, got a job at Universal, and his first assignment at Universal was my contract. It was preparing my contract. Very wild. Okay, let me get back to this is a very long video, and the full thing is going to be free on my Patreon. This is a starting point for you. This is not all of the information that will answer everything ever for sync licensing, but this is a starting point. So we talked about non-exclusive deals with agencies. Now, what's an exclusive deal with an agency or a library? That means they need to pay you up front. If you're doing an exclusive deal, And I'll be totally upfront. I will be transparent with the one exclusive situation that I have is with Universal Music Group, but it is not a blanket exclusive to everything I do deal. It is exclusive to only the work that they specifically commission with me, from me. So that means, in my case, Universal Music Group and also so Luke, my former business partner that I just told you about, or whoever on the team, they are the ones with the relationships to the TV networks and the ad networks and the music supervisors and the blah blah blah, the people working on and movie studios. They are the ones going to the networks. They go they go into ESPN offices and go, "Hey, the new NBA season is coming up. What do you guys need?" ESPN goes, "We need XYZ." They then come back and go, "Okay, our army of composers that we already work with, of which I am one of. Hey, Connor, the network said we need this. We will commission you to do an album. And we exclusively own the master of this album, but we pay you for the master, and then you get the royalties still." So they are buying out the master, but I keep the royalties. There's different combinations of this type of thing, but that's usually what it is. You get an upfront fee, they buy out the master, meaning you don't get any master royalties, which there's two different types of royalties. That's a different conversation, master and publishing. They buy out the master by giving me an upfront fee. Then I still keep my writer's share publishing royalties, which means anytime my music is used on TV, which is now every single day, which I am very grateful for, I get paid every single time. I am not getting a crazy amount of money every time, but when you add those up, it accumulates. And now doing this for over a decade, it starts to get more and more, it snowballs. My quarterly statements on my BMI are slowly, they go up. I mean, they fluctuate, but generally it's like we're trending up because I keep feeding this piggy bank. I look at sync licensing stuff as a piggy bank. But what's the downside of the exclusive of them buying out the master? The trade-off is they now own the master. I don't. So that means if there is a project that they license, so if they get my song in a project that does not pay royalties, an example of that is most video games, for example. Most video games do not pay royalties. They pay you one big fee. That's it. And that is only a master royalty license fee. There is no publishing royalty. So I have had situations where my music was licensed for a video game, a pretty substantial video game, and I did not see a cent from it because they had already bought out the master from me. That's the trade-off. But the thing is, it is the game, and they're the ones with the relationships. That's just what it is. And I, frankly, am not doing any of the work of the administrative work or the relationship building work with those networks. I am not the one procuring the relationship with those networks or the video games even. I mean, sometimes I get direct stuff, but that has literally happened to me where I have been like, "Oh shit, my song is in XYZ game," and I get no money. But that's a trade-off. So, exclusive. So my situation with them, and there are multiple libraries that do that type of thing. That is much harder to get into because they have an upfront cost. That's not like that adds up very fast. They have to pay me upfront for what I'm making without a guarantee that that specific song will actually get licensed on TV or ads or whatever. So they are taking a financial risk by paying me. Like, I am 100% sure that of all of the songs that I have made for Universal Music Group, and also I'm spilling game crazy here that, I mean, I don't have like an NDA or anything, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just explaining how this shit works for me, but I'm 100% sure that they have paid me for songs that have probably not made back the money that they gave me, but they also have bought songs off of me that made way more than what they paid me. So that's like that's the trade-off. So that is an exclusive situation that is only based on the per song basis or per album basis. There are exclusive deals that are like for everything you do, but once again, if you are in the position where you are just starting, don't even think about the exclusive stuff, because being totally honest, you are not in a position yet to make the most of that in a way that is like, you're just much more likely to get fucked. I'm just being totally real. If you're going into an exclusive agreement and you haven't really done a bunch of sync licensing stuff, and it's just like everything that it's an exclusive agreement for everything that you make, you are almost certainly going to get fucked. I'm just being 100% real. So, once again, focus on non-exclusive. That is library work. There are different lanes within sync licensing other than just the library work. One of the big ones is custom work. So what I was talking about before is basically you putting a huge amount of songs into a library, and then whatever happens to work to get licensed, maybe you get a call in 6 months, maybe you never get a call. But that is like, it's very it's just like putting them in there, and you pray and see what happens. It's you're putting coins in the wishing well. Custom work is when these agencies will send out a brief that's like, this ad needs this exact type of music with this exact reference, full song, this exact vibe, and they want you to mention this lyric, and you have until tonight at midnight to do it. You have to submit a full finished song that fits all of these qualifications before midnight tonight. And then you go ham all night or whatever, or like maybe it's tomorrow morning. You all-nighter. We did this, me and my homie Luke and my homie Chris Lee, all three of us. One time we did one of these when we were in college. We did an all-nighter. It was like one of those briefs, and we got offered a publishing deal off of that, but I'm so glad we didn't take that publishing deal because we would have got fucked and we were too stupid to know that we were getting fucked. Now, wait. So, oh yeah. So they will send out a brief that's like so and so brand, or sometimes they won't even say what the brand is. But we need a song that's this vibe. It has they'll be specific. Male vocals with this vibe. Here's a reference. This emotion, mood. Ideal if the lyrics touch on topics that are like this, and then they list a couple words, keywords, and then you frantically make a song, and then 90% of the time, more than 90% of the time, nothing happens, you don't hear back, and you just like killed yourself. Not for nothing, because you made a song that you can still put in the library, but you put in a crazy amount of work up front with the possibility of getting a huge payout, and then it didn't happen, because those are the ones where there's thousands and thousands of people also doing it at the same time. And also sometimes the references that they're sending out, they don't know what the fuck they want. They're sending out a weird reference, and it's non-musical people sending references, etc. And but one, those are really good practice, because one, you see exactly what they're looking for, and you get practice at doing it really fast. You want to be able to make these songs really fast. That is also the main key for me. I need to be able to make whatever it is I'm making for this sync licensing stuff, no matter who I'm making it for. I need to be able to make this shit in 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, absolutely tops. There's no fucking way I'm spending more than like 3 hours on something I'm doing for sync licensing. That is through me, like my reps, because I work really hard and I can work really fast. But that's also just my like time management, time investment that I have worked out for myself. But you want to get those reps in. You do want to get the reps in and do as many of these as possible. Oh, okay. But the other benefit here is, because of the really fast turnaround and that it's a custom situation, it is a custom commissioned song. These are the ones that generally pay way more. That's not to say you can't get big bags in other ways, or that you can't get big bags with the non-exclusive ones. You can, it does happen. But the custom ones where you made it specifically for them and it checks all the boxes that they asked for, and then that's like what the agency wanted, those are big bags. You can get big bags that way. But once again, this is a piggy bank mentality approach to music. Never bet on hitting one of those big bags. Never overcommit. Never spend like a week straight on something that's not guaranteed or something. But if you can get your speed and your efficiency up, and you're willing to grind for it like that, it's good practice, and you could legitimately get a bag. The other, I mean, there's so many lanes here, but the other big lane here is trailers. Making music for trailers is entirely different. Like movie trailer stuff, TV trailer, whatever it is, video game trailer stuff. It is an entirely different world with entirely different companies, agencies, supervisors, everyone. That is like separate. Like there's overlap with some of the companies doing it, but the people who do trailers, that is what the fuck they do. It is very focused. This is also another one that requires a crazy amount of attention to detail and usually a huge amount of effort with a very short turnaround time. But they can be big bags. They can be big bags. These are the ones that are like, you know how they all the movies have the like slowed down like emo versions of pop songs or whatever. Trailers are a whole other world. And those are not like trailers are generally not treated like the same way with like, okay, you could have all your music in the library and then like maybe it'll get used for a trailer, but usually, like I was saying before, this is something that is specifically made for the trailer. Or there is an edit of an existing song that is specifically intended for trailers. Trailers can be a big bag. Now, I actually think that is like generally all of the starting point things of like a 101 explanation. But just to reiterate, why am I not able to talk? If you are watching this video, I am assuming that you have an interest in this and you either don't have that much experience or like you want more experience with it, you want to go deeper into it. My totally real, being 1,000,000% honest advice is focus on, well, one, making the best music you can possibly make, but two, organizing your music in a folder like I said earlier in this video, and start submitting, cold emailing non-exclusive libraries and agencies. Those are the key things. And and just make sure all of your music is registered on your PRO, meaning your BMI or ASCAP. And once again, never ever in a million years use an uncleared sample. Make sure all of the ownership of the song is extremely clear, because they don't want any legal questions on who owns the song. If your collaborators start arguing about who owns the song and who got paid what, you're fucked. Do not do that. Do not risk your own career and legal and financial shit. Make sure if you're sending a song, you know who all contributed and everyone knows what their percentages are, and it's in writing. And yeah, those are the absolute biggest things. Yeah, I actually think that is that is a really good crash course. What I'm gonna do is, so this full video will be edited on my Patreon for free. if you have specific questions, so for the people who are watching this on Patreon, if you have specific other questions, put them in the comments below, and maybe I'll do an additional video. This has been a crash course of Sync Licensing 101, Connor University 101 class on sync licensing. Yeah. All right, Patreon peeps, I will see you next time. Okay, so what's up? I'm back to the stream. So I figured I would stream that process too. That is going to be up on my Patreon. You can join for free. Let's go. And okay, what was I? Oh yeah, so I need to add to the endless song. Thank you. I'm glad you thought it was helpful. That is just me being totally real after the years of experience that I have had with this shit. Oh, you said the mindset you learn to get quicker is completion is better than perfection. Yes, I love that. That is extremely real. I totally agree. Especially with stuff like this. Because you're serving a purpose. Wow, the flies have been going insane. There have been so many flies in my house. And I'm just killing flies all the time. It's just that. It's that season. It's that season. Yeah. Okay, so now I need to add to the endless song right now because... Oh, shit. Oh, you did a placement for Tidal. Congrats. You found out about the opportunity Monday night and needed to have the song produced and wrote and recorded in 2 days. Yeah. Even that, I mean, that's a quick turnaround time, but having more than a day is like amazing. I generally don't do the ones that require like that fast turnaround. Or I mean, I do them occasionally, but I pretty much, right now I only do, I only do a sync licensing thing if I am like guaranteed money. I'm only gonna lift a finger to do that shit if I'm guaranteed money at this point. But that's because and not even as a flex, but it's just like I've done this enough that like I'm not gonna do something unless I know for sure it's actually gonna be worth my time. Because otherwise I can just do content stuff, you know? Like I'd be better off just streaming, you know, instead of like at this point I'd be better off just like hopping on stream for a couple hours than even like making one of those sync beats. But I would definitely yeah, they should put me on Streaming University. Maybe next year. So, oh yeah. What was I? Wait, why is my? Oh. I'm gonna change the sound that I had on my Steal This Idea video. You've been following me since 2022. Hell yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's so. Oh, this camera's turning off. Okay. Yeah, 2022 is when I finished doing the Endless Song for a year. I mean, not the Endless Song. Now I'm mixing up. Song a day for a year. I did 365 days of posting a new song idea every day. And then after that, when I really started going viral, like a couple of those went viral in the song a day process, like my song Mercury, which I'll just play actually real quick. I will play my song Mercury real quick. This was day. She's talking about Mercury. This was day 173 of my Endless Song.
Back it up, retrograde like Mercury. Do your little dance in a apple bottom jeans, but they out of season. If you got a man, why you text me on the weekend? Yeah. Praying to the pussy, give me something to believe in.
And that one did do numbers, but I didn't have like a huge following until I did the Here's an Idea, Do Something With It series in 2022, which is probably okay, yeah, send it. Do something with it. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Here's an Idea, Do Something With It. My Steal This Idea series. Wait, let me see if my screen, why isn't it? I have to buy this like expensive ass. Oh shit. I have to buy this expensive ass USB-C dock. Like I can't get a normal one. I need to get this like crazy heavy duty one so that I can run multiple cameras powered off of it and my capture card and shit. So I'm waiting until I have that, but I keep having to like unplug and replug all this stuff. But yeah, I'm Ableton for life. Here's an idea. Wait, I don't understand why it changed my Ableton theme color, but whatever. I'm gonna just leave it. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. How many times have I said that in my life? Let me. Okay, I'm gonna edit this. Oh, let me change the stream description actually. Okay. Making samples, Steal This Idea number 47. Yeah, fuck it. Just send. I mean, I'm not, to be real, I mean, if you have, I'm not doing verses for free, but we could work it out. Hit MGMT at Connor, CONNOR M.US. MGMT at ConnorM.US. Okay, wait, I'm changing this. Here we go. Making samples. Feel this idea 147. What's this? Oh. Oh yeah, I have to check in for my flight tonight. Oh, I gotta wait. There's so many things I have to constantly change on my streaming setup. It's so tedious. Okay. All right. I like that sound, but I want to do a more obnoxious one. I'm gonna just open up Serum here and just yeah. I'm gonna just sound design this shit right now, huh? Maybe, oh yeah, so it'll be envelope here. It'll start. Whoa, shit. Oh, yeah, okay, so. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, my bad. Oh, yeah, okay, I wanted to affect it less, so. Oh, it's also, hold on, let me bypass, remove all destinations. I'm gonna use this envelope. People don't know I know sound design too. I want this to be like, hold on. Wait, what the fuck? Let me change it. Maybe it'll be a different shape. I mean, not that. Okay. Analog. And a sub here. Oh wait, not pan. I don't want to pan it. I'm not even using the AQ, okay. Wait. My rate. Oh yeah, I want it to be really slow. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is gonna be like, I could just do it with another LFO here. This is fun. It's like not often that I usually, sound design wise, I usually am just like tweaking presets. I usually am not like doing sound design from scratch. But it's fun. Serum is just so fun. The like routing and shit, it's just like, it's so quick and easy. Like you can just do so much shit in here. Oh wait, I want to start this. Oh. I don't love the distortion in Serum though, but maybe I want, okay. I might have to, okay. I'm gonna quantize. I'm gonna have to quantize this like entirely actually. Oh, wait, is it not? It was already quantized? Oh. Wait, what the fuck? This is fun. Oh, that's what I'll map this to the position here. Is there, oh, okay, now the question is, can I add distortion to just can I apply an effect to just to one? I've never routed just to one oscillator. Is that possible? Can I? Is that a thing? If I could add distortion just to oscillator B. I don't know if I can do that. Macro? Wait, if I add it to a macro here, I probably can, right? Macros. Bus. Oh, there's buses in here. Oh shit. What? That's crazy. Okay, wait. If I can send, I don't think they had. Oh yeah, I totally could. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Source. Destination. Aux source. This is crazy, dude. Okay, oscillator B, and I'm gonna send it to effects, distortion. Drive? Wait. Alright, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out later, but that's fucking sick. This is sick. Nah. I want it to be even crazier. Actually, if I bypass, maybe this is actually what I want. And I just need, I'm almost done, but I want a filter that will be a peak this shit with, yes, okay. I'm gonna apply this to yes. Okay, that's too wild probably, but guess. Maybe it's like... Oh, it's gonna have to be an LFO. So, like, right here with the cutoff. Not that. Okay, it's gotta be slow. A bar. Oh, wait. No, I want this. Hold up. Another LFO. So many LFOs. Brother, is Serum 2 not insane? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's so sick. The routing is so nuts. Wait, what? Yeah, like there's stuff I haven't even Oh, duh. What the fuck? Okay. Hell yeah, thank you. I'm gonna do like oh, flat. Wait, I want to add actually, it might even just be a low pass on everything. Do I start ideas with particular placement inspiration in mind? It depends on like what's happening. Like if I'm doing a steal this idea video where I'm just like making a sample that's gonna be on a video, no, I am basically just like making whatever I think is cool and like is the first thing that comes to mind. But most of the time I am making beats and samples with like a specific, like I kind of only make them if I am specifically either asked to or already working on a project. Like I'm generally not really like making samples and beats just like randomly to put in a folder. I'm usually making them like people hit me up, a producer or artist that is like someone I fuck with or someone who is more successful than me will hit me up and I'll be like, yeah, absolutely, let me make a bunch of shit for you. But yeah, for these videos it's like I'm just vibing out. It's kind of the first thing I want to, but sometimes, so I had already made this video actually and I was gonna post it. This was the video. Here's an idea, and it was a different, so I played the same keys part. So sometimes with these videos, the initial thing that I make is like, I like what it's doing musically, but I'll go back and be like, when I was about to post it, I was like, wait, I think this would be cooler with like an obnoxious synth sound instead of the one I had, because I had this like really soft keyboard sound. This is what it sounded like. Here's an idea, do something with it. Which is cool. This is cool, but this is way cooler. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the insight. If you haven't turned on VODs yet, you should, and you should make short form with the insight you give here. Maybe you're already onto that. Yeah, for sure. I record all of these streams just directly to. I do have VODs on, but I also record all these streams directly to my computer. I need to start cutting up clips. Like I make so much. I'm so fucking busy. Cutting up clips is like crazy, but I need to do that. You said I wish you were on the music category before Kenny Beats decimated. Well, shout out Kenny. I actually technically I was streaming before Kenny Beats even got on Twitch, but then I got off Twitch, and that was also before I had a following. Like I wasn't like internet. I wasn't internet famous yet. But I technically was on this shit before Kenny was. All love to Kenny though. Also, I now work closely with Eris, who did he shot the cave and did all the stuff with Kenny and their Twitch streams and shit. I'm close with Eris. He actually shot my album cover. He's doing a music video for me. So shout out Eris, shout out Kenny. But yes, I was actually for the record, I was on Twitch before Kenny Beats. Not that it's a contest. Kenny has done his thing, and he has made a beautiful, illustrious career. Okay, Soldier Boy. Yeah. I'm Soldier. Yeah, I'm the Soldier Boy of like fucking like white boy producers. No, I've been doing this shit so long, man. I'm like fucking. I got gray hair. I'm 33 years old, but this gray hair, man. Nah, but literally though, I was streaming before Kenny. But no, he took it to a whole other level. Like I was not anywhere near as established as he was. But now here we are, and my Patreon, which so when I started this stream today, I was doing a breakdown on how to get your music in TV and film and stuff, and that full video is going to be on my Patreon for free. And then I have my bonus stuff on Patreon, sample packs, all sorts of shit. I'll do a sound design one. I think what I'm realizing my format is going to be like, I'm just going to do all this stuff on stream while also filming for my Patreon on a separate camera. And then I can also chop up clips from the stream, but it's easier to just like, while I'm streaming, just turn a different camera on and do it for that. So that's, anyway, Anyway. Big shout out. Big shout out, Kenny. I have a very different approach than Kenny. Also, I'm an artist. Like or not that Kenny's not an artist, but like I do vocals and shit. Like I'm rapping and singing and like doing shit like that. It's different. It's a different thing. So I actually want. Oh yeah, I want. I want to clean this up just a little bit before I finish this, and then I have to add to the endless song, and then I have to go hop on a flight to Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm originally from. I'm gonna be there for the weekend. I maybe will do an IRL stream there, like in the hotel, maybe, but I have to see. But I might, so I'll probably take a couple days off. I'll be back on Monday anyway, um, but yeah. I mean, that is pretty sick. Oh, wait, it's so low. That's what the hell? Hold on. Oh, sorry, that's so loud. Wait, that changes the whole thing. Hold on. Who am I hearing on this? Shit. I mean, this is some rage shit. Like it needs it needs somebody who can go absolutely insane on it. Yeah, massive ass sound. This is like some fucking my bad. I'm just trying to tweak this. I actually think this needs compression within Serum real quick. I don't like the Serum compressor. Let me use different. Maybe that's what. It's not all the way hitting for me yet. I need like a really bright I'm gonna add. Okay. One more. I'm gonna add a pitch envelope onto this. Whoa. Wait. Wait, what the fuck? No, I want it to be. Oh, if I go up. Wait, I just want it to be like. Actually, not that. I'm gonna remove all modulators. I'm gonna put this on the detune here. Actually, no, not the detune. Hold on. Maybe it is. Maybe it is this. I just want a basic. I don't want semitone. I guess it is. Yeah, it's gonna be here. But I want it to be unipolar on this, not. Do I find it hard to produce on stream? I think like definitely at first for sure. I think it's weird. I mean, it's just a weird thing to like be having conversations with people while like being creative, but it's just it's a muscle. Like you just get more comfortable the more you do it. It's not yeah, it's just a different thing, and it's also like practicing being able to like stay tapped in to whatever your vibe is, whatever you got going on. I forgot I still have my wireless mic on too. Is really like you being comfortable is actually more important than like whatever's going on in the chat or whatever. Like you can obviously you want to talk to people in the chat, but it's not like the most important thing is you being locked in whatever you're doing. And then you bring the chat in on that. That's my perspective on it. Cuz there's no rules. And I think the hardest thing for me is actually like at this point making a beat on stream is like not hard at all because I've done it so many times. or rather it's like, I mean, I'm just used to making beats in front of people. I make content. I've been making content every day for almost a decade. Um, but it is really hard for me to write a song um on stream in terms of like lyrics and shit like that. That I have done many times, but it's still like I wrote my song a day. Um, I did a song a day for an entire year. I posted that every day. I've said that a million times. Um, and I was streaming that process. I started at probably like day 80, I think it was. I was streaming that process every day. And uh that was before I had a big following or anything, but um I had to write vocal parts. And I mean, I had to make a whole song. Produce, write, record, film, edit in front of the audience. Uh writing writing lyrics is way harder on stream for me because the stream wants to write lyrics and they are overanalyzing the lyrics. And I'm already overanalyzing the lyrics because I'm writing them, you know? And the stream is always, oh, you should say this. This rhymes with that. Oh, this song should be about this. Oh, now you should, oh, actually, you should write about this. Oh, what about this word there? Like, with songwriting stuff, with beat making stuff, it's really easy for me to like keep my flow going. But writing lyrics, for me at least, is like really easily derailed by the chat because it's a conversation and I'm trying to think of words and then there's other words interrupting my thoughts. Anyway, yeah, you'd be watching Plaque Max and he used to heavily write the bars. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, it's hard to write a fucking stream on I mean, it's hard to write a song on stream. It's really hard. How many bangers came out a song a day? I mean, I released almost 200 of them on Spotify, like full produced out versions. That year I released, what was it, 4 albums and an EP? Full albums and an EP. And that's also not to mention all of the songs that I produced for other people that year. Also, the dozens of songs, probably 100 songs, I would say, or maybe 50. I would say the 50 songs I made for sync licensing that year. Excuse me. I made a lot of fucking music that year. I mean, I make a lot of fucking music every year, but yeah, I mean, maybe I could do stuff that is like specifically bringing the chat in on the writing process. I'd be down to do stuff like that, but only on songs that are like intended for that. If it's my song that I'm writing for my album, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't want anyone to like tell me what lyrics I'm supposed to say, you know? Like, I'm trying to write my own shit. But it is like, if it's just a fun song, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, yeah. Okay, this is like so fucking close, but I wanted to highlight the da da da, like it's losing the. I mean, maybe I layer another. Maybe there's like a preset that has a harder. I just want something to like highlight the da 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 da, like just that. I'm gonna layer just that melody of. Oh. I'm gonna just take like some random lead here. Wait, what? Or maybe like a pluck. I just need this final layer. Then I need to do the endless song fast as fuck because I gotta get ready to go to the airport. Low key, that might be a good layer here. I don't like that. I mean, let me save it, but okay, something like that. That's good. That has a nice punch to it. I just need it as a layer here. Actually, I don't like how I don't like it that punchy, but if I make the okay, I gotta just commit. I gotta just commit to this show. Okay, it does sound better with those layers. My bad. I'm trying to be real fucking meticulous with this real quick. I'm having fun with the sound design here. Why is my mic? I feel like my mic is quiet, but whatever. what the fuck was bothering me. Jesus. That note was off. That was driving me crazy, and I didn't even realize. Okay. Do something with. Wait. Okay. One minute, and then I'm fucking done. Okay. Okay. Here's an idea. Do something with it. This is gonna punch people in the face right here. Here's an idea. Do something with it. There we go. There we go. Let's bounce that. 147. Where's? Oh yeah. Okay, 147. Video version 2. Because I already had this exported. Okay, now I gotta do the endless song, and I'm gonna add a synth to the endless song. I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm gonna just export this. I'm gonna post this one later. This will be full loop Dropbox. Full loop. I'm gonna replace that. So if anybody already had access to the link and downloaded that, I'm replacing that file. Yep. Sick. Done. Now, oh wait, before I go, before I exported, let me switch the, oh fuck. Shit, let me do the endless song right now then, hold on. Shit. Day 145, making endless song that I add something to every day. Okay. Day 145, making an endless song that I add something to every day. There's probably a typo. I don't even care. Okay, I need to add to the endless song right now because I literally am not going to be able to post. Wait. Sorry. My bad. My wife is texting me about our flight, which we need to leave for. Actually, let me while this is opening, let me check in for my fucking flight. Oh. Check in. Yeah. Yeah, if I were her, I would be tweaking. But it doesn't, it's 6 o'clock and our flight takes off at 10:30. We need to leave soon, but it's not that crazy. we're going with her mom, so it's a whole thing. Wait, but let me just check in for this flight. I've got the Endless Song open. Wait. Why? Okay. Yes. Opt in. Why? What the fuck? Oh, yes. I want. My bad. Okay. I'm literally checking in for. Okay. I'm only gonna be there for 2 days. Well, 2.5 days. I'll be back on Monday. Oh, I'm already checked in. Great. Let me add this to my fucking Apple Wallet. Okay, the flight doesn't board until 9:53 p.m. and her mom wants to leave right now. I don't think we need to leave right now, but but it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna be well. I'll take 30 minutes to make this real quick. Then if we go, if we leave at 7, let's say it takes an hour. It's hour. We would still be 2 hours early. So, whatever. Yeah, sitting in the airport 4 hours. Yeah. It is good to get to the airport early because also there's like all type of bullshit. I have TSA pre-check, which is very clutch. Even though I know that it's kind of scammy or whatever, but it's like they could make the process faster for everyone, but they make you pay for it for like a very small few people to like get the exclusive experience. And same thing as like Clear and all that type of shit. So ridiculous. Okay. Let's add a synth melody. Let's freeze all the tracks from the past couple days real quick. Day 245. Oh, I did the wrong, hold up. I totally typed literally the wrong number into my Twitch description, and I spelled the word something wrong because I was typing too fast because I was like, oh shit, we need to leave. And then I realized we don't actually need to leave immediately. But I still am going to finish. I'm going to finish this Endless Song Edition. It won't take me long. And we will be chilling. So this is from yesterday. Lead. I'm gonna just get some random, let's get some random lead preset. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. This'll be cool. Let's flip this around. Flip it around. Okay. Okay. Wait. What the fuck? Okay. Come on. I'm gonna just loop it and do a melody real quick. And I'm gonna record it on this camera over here. That's it. That was it right there. Let me drop this onto my hard drive, edit it. And what I want to do, oh wait, I'm not going to have my fucking stream set up tomorrow or for the next couple days. I was going to say I want to do that same melody on my guitar tomorrow, but oh well. Yeah, I think that's a cool melody. Day 245. The audio is done. Now I need to transfer. Fuck. I need to transfer it to my hard drive. Let's go. Oh, not webcam. I don't want it to be webcam. Hold on. Shit. File transfer, yes. Day 245. We got a lot done today, though. Okay. Endless song. Day 245. Sick. Let's open it up in Final Cut. Oh, actually, while we're here, I should just transfer. Oh, wait, I don't need to transfer that footage yet. Okay. 244. Let's duplicate the project. Okay. My computer is bugging out. Let's close Ableton and get prepared to wrap this shit up and put a bow on it. And then I will post. Oh. I'll just post it once I'm at the airport. Or actually, I could. Wait, what the fuck? Probably actually, I'm not even driving there. Her mom is driving there, so I can just do it. While I'm in the car. Okay, day 244. Text. Drop this text in here. Let's drop the. There's so many files. Let's drop the video in for me to edit. Now let's drop the audio from the export. Day 245. Boom. Replace. Yes. Great. Let's do wait, Osmo. Let get this shit looking crispy. Yup, let's go. And it's gonna be yep. Like that. We're moving fast. What content creator, musician, person do you know who is also showing you their process of not only editing the music, making the music, but literally I'm showing you me editing my videos too. You can see You can literally see what I'm doing at every turn. And there's me making a stupid face as usual. Come on, here we go. Simple melody. Oh, god damn it. Please fucking listen to me, computer. What the fuck just happened? Come on. It's frozen. Stuck. God fucking damn it. Come on. Bro. Are you kidding me, bro? And it's not responding. Hello? I'm trying to be done with this shit. What the fuck? Oh my fucking god, bro. What the oh my fuck. What the fuck just happened? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Final Cut. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Great. Now I can add a zoom. I'm gonna lower this. Here we go. Add a zoom here. Boom. Export. Yes. Now. Boom. I did that even faster than I thought it would be. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to airdrop this to myself. And I will post it once I'm on the road or I'm at the airport. But that means we're officially done with day 245. I just need to post it. Thank you guys for coming through. The Sync Licensing Connor University video 101 crash course on sync licensing will be on my Patreon for free. My Steal This Idea folder, I made Steal This Idea number 147 today also. My Steal This Idea folder is available for free via my Patreon as well. There is a free tier of my Patreon for you to join if you want to get the Steal This Idea sample folder, my vocal chain, these like Connor University things. But also, once again, I will repeat, there are paid tiers where you can get my other sample packs that I usually charge for, but for just the rate of the subscription, you get all of them. And there will be more, and also music Q&A and advice streams, and I have a tier where I'm giving out beats directly to to my subscribers. Yeah, pull up to the Patreon. Also, I will be continuing streaming. However, for the next couple days, I will be out of town and I won't be streaming. I may try to do an IRL stream, but I don't know. It's up in the air. Otherwise, I will be back on Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Peace.